Good morning, Lavender Group. It's so lovely to see you again. I thought we'd start off our morning ring with a little bit of counting. So we're going to count how many children are normally in Lavender Group when we're all together, and that number is 16. So we are going to do 16 claps together using our hands. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. And since we've done big claps, we're going to use some little claps, and we're going to use our Peter pointers in a softer voice. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. Well done. Now, can anybody tell me what day it is today? We've had Monday and we've had Tuesday. So today must be Wednesday. That's right. And hands go on your hips. Today is Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, Wednesday, today. Good job, Lavender Group. Right, I'm just going to sit down. Okay, now, Lavender Group. On Monday, Roxy sent you a little rhyme for the week, and I wonder if anybody can remember. There was a fruit in that rhyme. Can you remember what fruit it was? It was a citrus fruit, and it was an orange. That's right. And do you remember how many there were? There were 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to say the little rhyme together because we're going to do it the whole week. And I have got 5 little oranges in front of me. We used them in our story yesterday when we did the Hungry Caterpillar. If you remember, he ate through 5 oranges. Now I'm going to hold them in 2 hands. So I've got to squash them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, are you ready to say it with me? 5 little oranges hanging on a tree, the juiciest oranges you ever did see. The wind came past and gave an angry frown, and 1 little orange went tumbling down. 4 little oranges hanging on a tree, the juiciest oranges you ever did see. The wind came past and gave an angry frown, and 1 little orange went tumbling down. 3 little oranges hanging on a tree, the juiciest oranges you ever did see. The wind came past and gave an angry frown, and 1 little orange went tumbling down. 2 little oranges hanging on a tree, the juiciest oranges you ever did see. The wind came past and gave an angry frown, and 1 little orange went tumbling down. 1 little orange hanging on a tree, the juiciest orange you ever did see. The wind came past and gave an angry frown, and 1 little orange went tumbling down. No oranges left. Good job. Right, let's move those out the way. Okay, Lavender Group, let's see how clever you are. I know how clever you are. You've all got your thinking caps and your brains switched on. And let's see, can anybody remember what we are learning about this week? Citrus fruit, that's right, citrus fruit. And can anybody remember, we spoke about 4 of those citrus fruits yesterday, and can anybody remember what they were? I'm going to pull my board in front of you. Have a little think while I get that all ready. Let's see if you can remember what those citrus fruits were. We had a naartjie. Well done. We had a lemon. Good job. We had a orange. Very nice. And the last one was a big one. Can you remember? A grapefruit. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count them on my board. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are, 4 citrus fruits. And if you have a look at those citrus fruits on the board, do you notice anything about them?
I notice that if we start over here on this side, they go from smallest to biggest. And if we go this way, it goes from big all the way down to small. Look at that. 4 citrus fruits. I've been loving the photos you've been sending me of you with your citrus fruits that you have chosen. And today you're going to choose one of those citrus fruits to look at. And I'm also going to do that. I wonder which one I should choose. I'm going to choose the orange. So I'm going to take the other ones off my board for now because I'm just going to have a look at this one. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at the outside of our citrus fruit and on the inside. Oh, I can't see anything on the inside. How am I going to see what's on the inside? I'm going to have to cut it open. Now, Lavender Group, I want you to listen very, very carefully. I am a grown-up, which means that I am allowed to use a knife by myself because I know how to use it. So later on, if you want to have a look at what is inside your citrus fruit that you have chosen, you have to have mommy or daddy with you because you will have to use a knife to cut into your citrus fruit. And you can only do that if mommy and daddy are with you. That's very important. Please remember that because I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. But since I'm a grown-up, I can do it by myself. Okay, right, we're going to have a look at our orange. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to hold it in my hand and I'm going to rub my hands over it. And I want you to do the same with yours. I want you to pick up your citrus fruit and rub your hands all over it. And I want you to feel the outside of your citrus fruit. And I want you to feel whether it is smooth or whether it is rough. And rough means it's a little bit bumpy. So my orange is very smooth. It's not bumpy. And if I look very carefully and I turn it over, oh, can you remember that? Can you remember what that was? That was where it was hanging on the tree. That's right. There was a little stalk coming out of it and it was hanging on the fruit tree in the fruit orchard on the fruit farm. Well done. So yours might have that still on it. It might even have a little stalk still. And let's look at the color of my orange. What color is it? It's a lovely orange color, isn't it? So it's smooth and it's orange. And what shape is it? Shaped a little bit like a ball, isn't it? Round like a ball. Now this outside of the citrus fruit, does anybody know what it's called? It's called the skin, that's right. So that is the outside of our citrus fruit. Now we are going to have a look on the inside, so I'm going to have to cut it open. So I'm going to put it on my board, I'm going to hold it with my one hand, and I'm going to get my knife, which is very sharp, on the other hand, and I'm going to cut into my citrus fruit so we can have a look inside. Cut, cut, cut. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the inside of our citrus fruit. It looks very different on the inside than it does on the outside, doesn't it? You have to look quite closely. Now, Lavender Group, if you look very carefully, can anybody see these over here? I might be able to pick some out. There we go. There's one. And if we dug a little bit deeper into our orange, we might get another one. Does anybody know what these are? These are pips. That's right. The pips or the seeds of the orange. That's right. That's what they grow from. Sometimes when you're eating your orange, you might bite into one of the pieces called a segment, and you might find a pip or a seed. And some people don't like the pips, so then they take them out, and some people just swallow them. If you swallow them, it doesn't matter. You're not going to grow an orange tree inside your tummy. Right, now what happens if I give this orange a little squeeze? Shall we have a little look? I have to squeeze. Oh, what is coming out of the orange? Oh, what is that? That is juice. That's quite right. That's orange juice. And you know what? I'm going to taste that. My board's nice and clean. A juicy orange. I love orange juice. I gave that orange a good squeeze, didn't I? And some juice came out. So we've had a look at the skin, the outside. We've had a look at some pips. And we've had a look at some juice. Now, lavender group, I've got another orange here, and I want to do something a little bit different. I also am going to cut the top of the orange off, and I'm going to cut the bottom of the orange off. And I want you to look very carefully at all of this white around here. Now, this white part of our orange is called the pith. That's a funny word, isn't it? Can you say that with me? Pith. So that's on the inside of the skin, and it's the white part that you sometimes get on your orange or your naartjie, and some people like it and other people don't like it. And I'm going to do something a little bit different to this orange. I'm going to cut into it a little bit like this, and then I'm going to peel my orange. Look at that. So I'm going to put my thumb in, and I'm going to peel it, and there you go. There you can see lots of white pith on the inside of our orange. So when you do this, you can also say that this is the peel of our orange. So the skin, you can peel the skin and it becomes peels. Orange peels, or even naartjie peels, or even grapefruit peels. Oh, this is quite tough. There we go. Right, I've peeled all of the skin off my orange. See, it's got lots of pith on it, hasn't it? And now I'm going to open my orange up this way. I'm going to stick my finger in, and I'm going to, oh, it's squeezing juice at me. I'm going to pull it open like that. Look at that. Listen to the noise. There we go. So now you can look at the orange a little bit in a different way. Now, lavender group, if I was going to eat this orange, I can't put this whole orange in my mouth. That would be very rude, wouldn't it? Oh, no, that would be very weird. I have to take off pieces. So I would take off a piece like that, and maybe another piece. And when you take a piece of an orange or a naartjie, it is called a segment. So when you have pieces of oranges or naartjies or even your grapefruit, these are called segments when they are pieces like this that you're going to eat, because it's much better to just eat a segment of an orange than to put the whole orange in your mouth. It wouldn't be very polite at all. And if I had to maybe cut this, let's see if I can cut the segment open, there's a very small little seed inside there, very small inside these oranges today. Gosh, we've learned some interesting words, haven't we? Can you remember what the white part of the orange is called? It's called the pith. That's right. And the outside of the orange is the skin or the peel. Can you remember what we found inside the oranges? The very tiny little pips or seeds that some people don't mind swallowing. And we squeezed our oranges, and what came out of them? Juice, that's right. And because we said it would be much better manners to not put the whole orange inside our mouth, just to have little pieces, these were called segments. Well done. So maybe this afternoon you can, with mommy or daddy, choose your citrus fruit and you can cut into it very carefully and see if you can find seeds, see if you can find the skin, see if you can find the pith, and see if you can make your orange or your naartjie into segments. You might have to peel it as well. You would have to peel a naartjie before you can eat it, because sometimes the skin is very bitter. You don't want to eat the skin. So you stick your thumb in, and let's see if we can peel this naartjie. There you go. And when you peel it, the skin becomes a peel, and we have naartjie peels on our tray. Well done, lavender group. I'd love to see if you can find all of those things when you cut into your citrus fruit a little bit later on. Oh, my fingers are all very sticky and juicy from all of that orange juice. I think I'm going to have to go and eat this orange now because I do love oranges, so I might have to say goodbye. So I think we're going to sing one little song quickly before I say goodbye, and we're going to sing the one we did yesterday, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little oranges. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little oranges, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little oranges, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little oranges, 10 little oranges hanging on a tree. I'm going to take my orange now and my segments, and I'm going to go and eat it. Have a lovely afternoon, and I'll see you later. Bye!